Have you ever seen a moose and you see those beautiful antlers and you're like, if that thing didn't have any bones, it would be amazing at digging. Because that's what I always think whenever I go somewhere that has a moose at it.
Yeah, I've never thought that, but now that you put that in my head, those would be amazing shovels.
Exactly.
That's why Canada loves them so much. They can shovel all the snow out of the way.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what the horns are for.
That's what they're for. That's the only reason. Welcome to our podcast, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we only have one item of follow-up. Like, it has been a while because, we're not going to do 40 minutes of follow-up probably ever again. So it's about last episode. In last episode, we made a promise about doing a song at the beginning of the episode. And I jokingly said we're going to make an EP that has 7 tracks. That was a joke. You're fine. But that's the one thing that we said we'd do that we won't do because it was a joke. I hope you guys got that. If you didn't, then sorry, your Earth has been shattered and your entire universe has fallen through that crack. But we will do the rest of the stuff that we promised to do. Like have the song at the beginning. So That should be fun, and it's gonna be great.
Ooh.
So now that we're done with follow-up, after a minute, let's get started with the first topic, which is tea or coffee. I know that's not like the stuff that we usually talk about, but I thought it would just be fun to talk about. So
yeah.
So, first, of course, do you like tea or coffee?
No.
You don't. Do you not like either, or you only like one of them?
Neither. I do not like tea, and I do not like coffee.
Okay. Why don't you like tea or coffee, and what type of teas and coffees have you had?
Okay. I don't like tea or coffee because it's just an acquired taste that like I can never get. It's always too bitter. Tea always tastes like pond water to me.
Well, okay. There's different types of teas. There's black teas. There's green teas. So what kind of teas have you tried?
I'm actually not sure. I haven't tried a lot of the more proper teas, of course, like a chai or probably a green tea. I've probably never had, but
chai. Delicious.
Like sweet, unsweetened, no matter how you flip it. I guess I can handle sweet tea. I don't enjoy it, but like it's like diluted juice. It's like I don't know. Tea is generally gross to me. Like I want to like it because it's a cool thing to like, and it's like a little
cool thing to like. What makes it so cool? Only iced tea is cool because other teas are usually warm. There's the second bad joke, and just wait till the end when I have my corny jokes book. Yeah, we're doing that. You forgot, didn't you?
I did.
You did. Okay.
I wish I could forget again. Okay. Yeah. As far as coffee goes, though, black coffee, espresso, Americano. It's not having it.
Did you say espresso?
I said espresso. It comes really quick.
No, that's not what it is. A lot of people say that, which I'm fine with getting that mixed up, kind of. But it's espresso for future reference.
Really? I had no idea, Noah.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for telling me.
You're so welcome.
My whole life, I thought it was espresso.
Are you being genuine? Because you sound like you're being sarcastic.
I am being sarcastic.
Good, because I usually
know that.
I usually can tell your sarcasm, but I don't know. It sounded like it, and then you said your whole life, and it doesn't matter.
Listen, Noah, you got to be professional on the podcast. Right. When you slip up, it's not a slip up. It was intentional.
Right.
Okay.
It's kind of like when you're designing a game. If you don't call it a bug, you call it a feature.
Exactly.
There we
go. Exactly.
Except we're not making a video game. Not yet. Just wait. Once we get to episode 126, we're going to have a video game just based off this podcast.
Oh, gosh. Why would you make that promise?
I'm not making a promise. I'm not doing that. I'm making this promise. I will not do that.
I want to set it like to episode 126. That way, if we get there, even if it's like an afternoon in Game Maker or Unity, and we just make this awful thing, like I still want that promise.
I don't know the first thing about making video games, but I guess we have until episode 126. This is episode 100, or this is episode 6. We have 120 episodes to go. So
We got all the time in the world.
we have all that time. So 100. Okay, so 200. That's 200 weeks. How many weeks are in a year? 50. That's 4 years. We have 4 years to do this. We have 4 years to make a game to be released by 126 episodes.
That's about as long as a big title AAA game with a decent sized team. So I think two guys can make a pretty nice game in 4 years. We'll
Yeah,
have to
absolutely. It'll be the Nomich and Supertendoboy podcast generator. I don't know what. Sure, that's what it'll be. It'll generate a podcast, so we never have to do it again. How does that?
Oh, there
how
you
does
go.
That sound?
With,
Perfect.
that has a name where you create something that eventually becomes so intelligent that it can replicate itself, and
Yes.
yeah.
Or get this, it's a virtual reality game where you can either choose to be Nomich or Supertendoboy, and you have conversation with it. That's actually probably way too ambitious.
No, one of us needs to be on the line to do it with them. So it's
Yeah. So like we have hours in the day where you can play the game. Like every
Right.
Saturday from like 12 to 10.
but it's like a 10-minute segment.
Yeah.
We score them on how Nomichi or Super Tendo-y they are.
Yeah. And the best part about it is the fact that I'm on the line with all of them at once, so I only get an input from like one person and it changes, but I'm still replying to all of the others at the same time.
No
So
way.
I'm not having a conversation with just like one-on-one. It's 1 on 12. Or depending on how many listeners we have by episode 126. I don't know.
We could crank out 120 of them in like, what is that, like an hour or something like that?
Yeah.
If we're doing like 12 a minute, or I don't know.
I don't know
care.
if we can just do 120 1-minute episodes, and people will be fine with that. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Release 10 a day. That's 10 minutes a day. We'll get there in no time. Or get this, have 120 1-minute episodes and release them twice a year.
In 1 second increments.
In 1 second increments.
You know, people nowadays want that bite-sized content.
Yeah.
So
What's the best
we'll
way
upload to Insta or Snapchat in 1 second increments? That way they're constantly getting that flow all the time.
Great. Yeah, this is the best idea. Side note, we're not actually doing this. I don't want people to be misled by this. We're not doing that. I love how we started talking about coffee, and then I asked, how is drinking tea cool? And then we got on this whole thing. Yeah, well, I'm going to give my opinions of tea and coffee now.
Hold on. I didn't finish my,
you
my
didn't?
coffee bit.
Okay, you go. Go. Coffee.
Coffee that tastes like coffee is bad, but if you make it not taste like coffee and you make it what I call not coffee, which is where you add a ton of sugar and
a ton of cream.
And cream
Yep.
and ice, and it basically becomes like a slushy or an ice cream
Ooh.
that has a little bit of coffee in it, then I'll drink it. I'm all over that.
So, in regards to tea, I drink tea. I like black tea. I had a cup of tea today. I just add some cream and sugar, and it's really good. I really like it. I don't know, you might not like it, but okay, if you ever visit me, or I ever visit you, I'll make you a cup of tea, and you'll drink it. I promise. Yeah. You don't have to drink the whole thing, but you have to at least try it.
Absolutely. I'm always up for trying things.
Okay, sweet. But in regards to coffee, I kind of feel the same way. I hate the taste of coffee. So my stance, like in a sentence, I say, I don't like coffee, but I like what you can do with it. And people are kind of confused when they first hear that, but actually some people are like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So, for example, what you said, taking coffee and adding a bunch of ice, sugar, and cream to it and making it like this dessert thing that just kind of tastes like coffee, that would be totally what I would do. Or I'd take the coffee, because I find coffee bitter and kind of gross, so I take it and I dilute it with a ton of stuff. I usually
Exactly.
have like I make myself like a mocha or something, so I have like 75% milk, like 10% uh like the coffee, and then the rest that's 15%. Yeah, 15% like sugar and syrups and stuff, and it's great. I love it. It's really good. And then sometimes I put some whipped cream on it, and it's pretty good. So
Definitely. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why people like the taste of coffee. I guess what you said, it's like an acquired taste. There's things that you just have to get into liking. You can't just like it off the bat. So
But like as a status symbol, I want to like coffee. I want to drink a cup of black coffee and be like, that is good. Because for whatever reason, I feel like that would make me a cooler person. I don't know why.
weird.
It's
Yep,
not rational.
that is kind of weird. Well, I know where you live, and I guess I don't know. I feel like where you live, there would be a lot of people drinking coffee, like all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Does your
Just
brother like
about.
coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I allowed to
All
say
my
that you have a
friends like
brother, or
coffee.
like no?
No, actually, he's taken away in the witness protection program like
Oh shoot.
7 years ago.
Well, they don't.
He's
Nobody
he's in
knows who
North
you
Carolina
are
right now.
anyway. So
This is true.
wait, why did you just tell him that he's in North Carolina now?
To lead them astray.
Oh right, he's not in North Carolina. He's in North
He's
Korea.
There we go.
There it is. There it is.
And I mean, they can go look from there, but I mean, good luck.
yeah, because you'll never find him in North Korea, because he can't get into North Korea, but he's there. Trust me.
No, I mean, you guys can easily get into North Korea. It's getting out that you're probably more worried about.
Yeah, yeah, I do. Yeah, that's definitely true. Definitely true.
So tea and coffee, everyone.
Yep, that's tea and coffee. This is a great podcast. I don't think there's any podcast that gets so sidetracked
Oh no, I'm
by talking
sure.
about their brothers being in North Korea, right out of talking, like, within the same chunk of talking about tea and coffee. Goodness.
We need to play the association game on this podcast.
The what?
Because that's basically what we do. A word, and then you say another word associated with it. Or we have to tell a story, and then each story, I don't know. Because that's what we do. We get to super unrelated things by associating, like, 3 different subjects in between it.
Yeah, and then there's sometimes where it's just, oh, I just thought of something. Let me tell you about it before we forget, and then we go back to what it was. It's so unorthodox now that I'm thinking about it, but it's the way that normal conversations work, right? So,
Yeah.
hey.
So why not make it a podcast?
So why the frick not? Yeah, I'm a rebel. I say frick now.
Oh,
Well,
snap.
Snap.
Get off. Out. Potty mouth. I ain't having none of that on my podcast. That's right. This is Supertendoboy podcast. Nomich. It's a big scandal. He said a no word. It's mine now. I'm gonna get Carly Rae Jepsen. She's gonna be my new
Co-host?
sidekick. Cause that's all Noah ever was.
Yeah, I definitely
So
don't
it's gonna be
edit all these
it's gonna be
podcasts and
it's
do
gonna be
all the
Carly
branding.
and
I don't do
Stu.
any of that. Yeah.
No, but really, if you guys don't know, Noah basically does everything.
You can call me Noah. They know my name.
I'm present. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, Noah.
Noah, Nomich. Whatever the heck you want to call me. But I can only call you by one name, and that's Tendo. Because I don't know. Maybe in the future.
You can call me Soup or Super or Tender Boy
Tender boy.
or Tender Boy.
I've met you. You're a pretty tender boy, so I don't know.
Or,
That would work.
What was it? Ultra Nino Girl.
What? Where'd
That's
you
a
get
good
that
one.
name from?
I think it was just supposed to be like a synonym for Supertendoboy.
Oh, I get it. Because super and ultra, 9, 10. Okay, that's clever, actually.
Right. It's not.
I think it's pretty clever. I like that. I'm never
You
going
can
to call
just
it
call me
you.
Boy.
Boy, that's what I was actually going to say. I was going to say we're just boy. Or doughboy. Or
Doughboy, yes.
Dap boy. That's a meme
No,
that's still
don't call me
relevant,
that.
right? Nah, doughboy. Or it wouldn't it be doughboy? Nah, doughboy.
No, Doughboy.
It makes you
Definitely
sound like you're
Doughboy.
rolling in that cash, all that dough.
Spelled Doboy.
Yep. Doughboy. That's right.
That's
Yeah.
my rapper name, actually.
Oh yeah, your rapper name. That's gonna be very relevant soon. No reason, listener.
No reason.
There's no reason, but maybe there is. I don't know.
You'll never know.
You'll never know. First comments.
First.
First comments. So of course we're gonna talk about the concept in general, and if you are listening to this and you don't know what a first comment is, where the heck have you been? You're on the internet, obviously. So why don't you know what this is? So basically, a first comment is when you like see a new video or something, and then you just type in the comment first. So you're the first person to leave a comment, and then it makes you feel all high and mighty, doesn't it? Yes, it does.
Now, hold on.
My gosh.
I want to discuss how complex of a motivation you have when you type first. When you type first, you are inferring that that comment is important enough on that video that is important enough that somebody else will see that and be impressed that you were there first, which is not only a compliment to the video maker, but it's also saying that you think you are entitled to be the first commenter.
Yeah,
So-
actually, that's very true.
And along with that, it's also doesn't add anything to the video and
Nothing.
is basically the same as just typing, "Hey, come check out my channel."
What?
So-
No.
I would say so.
No. It's bringing a different type of attention to you.
I guess.
It's saying, guys, look at me, I'm awesome, as opposed to check out my channel, subscribe, and like all my videos. It's
Okay.
I don't think it's even remotely the same. There's like different like tiers of commentary, not commentary, commentary. It's entirely different. Where first comments are probably at the top. They're the first. They're the first ones. They're like the pinnacle of commenting, commentary.
But
It's true.
as you've probably deducted, there's usually like 3 or 4 of them. And if the video is large enough and has millions of views, there's probably 14, 15 first comments.
Yeah.
Because by the time people type that and hit send, other people have had the exact same idea.
It
So
all matters how fast your internet is, how fast you're typing. Some people just wait there, waiting for a video to be there. I don't know. I feel like somebody has definitely done that out there. They've just been waiting for a video to be uploaded so they can write first before someone else.
Well, the chances of, I mean, there has to be somebody to find the video first and actually fairly quickly, you know, statistically, you know, enough people that are checking the website at different times. Of course, you're going to get more traffic if it's like a time right after like school or work, which is another topic we could talk about, which is like scheduling videos. But
Great, my internet just cut out.
yeah, some people I think have
Come back to
enough
me.
people they're
back
subscribed
to
to. They
me.
just sit there and just refresh all day. Noah? Oh crud. Oh crud-a-dingle. I cannot hear Noah. Noah has disappeared. If this is in the podcast, the people listening can probably also hear you, Noah, but I cannot. So I'm probably just... Oh, this is great.
Hello, I'm back.
Oh, wonderful.
Hey, did you get my text?
I definitely, yeah, 100%
shoot.
definit't got
Did
your
you stop
text.
your recording? Because I really hope not.
No, I didn't.
Oh, thank goodness. I said
course I
internet
won't.
problems. Don't stop your recording. I'm
I'm
finally
not
on that
that
hotspot,
stupid.
so we shouldn't... No! It disappeared! I'm not on the hotspot anymore. What? It's gone!
No!
Oh,
No!
freaking no! Internet. Why do you hate me so much?
This is uncut, right? Like, this is all in the podcast?
Yeah, it's technically in the podcast. I could cut
It's
it
like
out.
it's like reality TV, though. I want to keep this in. I want them to... No, don't.
We'll
You
find
can.
out. I'll keep the juicy stuff, just like reality TV, and then I'll throw out the scraps, because nobody cares about the scraps, right? But
Exactly.
they want to know the drama behind. Whoa, what happened? Things go wrong? No, never.
I thought this was a perfect podcast.
Oh yeah, of course it's perfect. That's why we always go on tangents. What were we even talking about? First comments? Right.
Yeah, I went on a really long tangent before I realized that you weren't talking.
Yeah, and I never go very long without talking at all, so...
Because I'm narcissistic like that. I should have assumed that after going on for 12 seconds that you probably would have commented on it. But nope. Just keep...
Only 12 seconds? Was it...
yeah, I don't know.
I just find that funny.
It's longer than you think.
But I don't know. I don't know how long it was. I was silent for quite a bit because the internet cut out, but I don't know. But I still find it funny because you were like saying how you were narcissistic for talking for 12 seconds, like, and I wasn't saying anything. That's like funny, but the reason that it's so funny to me is the fact that I interrupt so often when having a conversation like this that's actually reasonable. So
yeah,
Okay, what were you saying about first comments?
Oh, like just like scheduling, like about how like when videos come out, statistically there's probably going to be someone there right away when the video is posted, but it depends on the time of day and the size of the fan base. But I was going to ask you,
yes,
do you delete comments? Do you encourage or reply to comments like that? Do you encourage that behavior? Do you just kind of brush it under the rug? Like I want to know, like obviously I've seen like what you do, but I want you to like explain and elaborate like on what your thought process is.
Like, so when I get a first comment?
Yeah, or anything.
Oh, any kind of comment. Okay, when it's a first comment, I sometimes just thumbs it up or thumbs it down or just ignore it. I don't ever reply to it because there's no point in that. I never heart it. That's a new feature, hearting it. I don't know. It's a weird feature. I don't know if I like it or not.
I really like it.
You really like it?
And the pinning, yeah.
I do like the pinning. I like that because that's a cool way to show some things about people and stuff. But with first comments, I don't know. I don't really react to them. I'm not like, yeah, thanks, bro. I don't do anything like that.
But you're not one to ever delete comments, right?
Oh no. I only delete comments if they're offensive, if they say super bad words, or like are straight up advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's criticism about the video and then they explain what's bad about it, then I keep it. It's fine. People can see the flaws that I make. I'm fine with that.
Well, yeah, no, you definitely aren't. Yeah, don't ever be the person that's like, negative feedback, goodbye, band. I mean, I don't know a lot of people that do that, but there are people. As far as me, like, I just change, like, depending on my mood. Like, sometimes when there's a first, I'll just comment whoop-de-doo, or I'll comment last because I have
seen some of your last comments. Haven't you also commented second? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen that before.
I do that. I shouldn't. I think I have deleted comments though before.
First comments or just comments?
I don't know. There have been comments though that weren't related to the video that I just straight up deleted. Oh. Like it's only happened 2 or 3 times, and I feel bad now. But for whatever reason, at the time, that just seemed like the best decision. Like I'm like, this is stupid. I don't want this. Just delete. Like gone.
Well, that's how you deal with problems. You just throw them out and then forget about them. That's it.
I don't know. I kind of enjoy when it's my comment section is just absolute chaos.
Yeah, same. Definitely.
Because it doesn't happen a lot. It's usually like really like informed people like typing like descriptive things about the video, or just like blindly like encouraging it and liking it. But sometimes you get a video that booms, and then oh boy, you get some real fine comments. Cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop. That does actually make sense now that I think about it. What does that expression mean, and where did it come from?
Like, okay,
What kind of cream?
Okay, well, I'm guessing it's like when you with dairy products, like when you leave it sit out or whatever, the cream rises to the top, and the cream is a very thin layer. It's very like rare. It's
Cream isn't rare, but
it's not
I know
rare,
what you mean.
sorry.
If it's like if
It's
it's
a very small percentage of the whole, I
yeah,
guess, is what I'm
but
saying.
what cream of the crop is dairy products usually considered a crop?
I don't know. Okay, you know what?
That's why I'm
Let's
confused. Never
give it a
mind.
Google.
Okay.
Cream of the crop.
Origin.
Okay. The best of something. Why though?
Yeah, why? I'm gonna
Um,
Google cream of the crop origin. See where that came from. Cream is the richest part of milk and rises to the top. Cream of the crop was undoubtedly adopted for its alternative appeal and probably borrowed from the French le crème de la crème, the cream of the cream. The cream of the cream?
boom. What did I tell you?
The best of the best, which was well known. That makes what your explanation that made perfect sense to me.
But
Because
why
the cream,
of the crop? Yeah, I know what you're
but
saying.
why a crop? Is it considered a crop if it's like cows and stuff?
I guess so.
It must be. I don't know. That make the it doesn't matter. Why did I even you were saying, oh my gosh. I'm
I enjoy these tangents. No.
This is the most tangent is that now I'm googling if tangential is a word.
Of course it's not a word.
Tangential? Oh, tangential is a word. Relating to or along with a tangent. So, boom. Tangential. Yes, so, this is the most tangential episode. I had a tangent about what a tangent was exactly. So, hey. Welcome to our podcast. Oh, man.
Can I give you some examples of cream of the crop comments?
Yes, absolutely.
So this is all from Minecraft Custom Beacons. My most
I'm
popular
on that
video.
right now because I wanted to see how many comments it has.
The second top comment, which is only second because it's not mine, with 7 likes is, "This isn't a beacon." And then we have such favorites as "OMG, you are too boring." Okay, now that's twerking.
Twerking? What?
Why you so young? No cool version 1.7. Me 1.10.2. XD by Nomich.
Oh, did I say that?
Yeah, you just put XD.
And you said, "and my suffering." I don't remember that. I think that might have been right after I released that custom bacon tutorial. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was.
Also, all of the best comments are posted by K Terry. He has 4 comments, and they are, "Okay, what I meant was if we talk to each over like we are now. Sorry. No Bradley Pink. And my favorite, you are not super. You are an absolute noob. Absolute spelled APSULOOT."
I was like, what is that? What is he trying to say? And then you said, "Yeah, I know. He is dumb idiot noob." And then he replied, "Sorry, you can call me a noob because I'm playing Minecraft right now."
What even? Like,
Boom.
these comments are
Wrecked,
so
Tendo.
good.
You got absolutely wrecked by this K Terry guy. That awkward moment when he's one of the only people who listen to our podcast. And also, on that, like the first comment on the thing, the one by this kitty person that says, "This isn't a beacon." I'd like to notice that, like, point out that you said, "and I'm not a human," and I liked that comment apparently. So.
I replied to everyone. Like, someone in this literally just calls me a very bad word that I cannot say out loud. And then I said, "This isn't relevant to the video, but thanks for the input." And they replied, "Okay."
That's
I was into it.
That's great. I like that. That makes me happy. What was I was gonna say something about comments. Right. Comments recently. So you know my Doctor Who Modern Survival series that I did.
You know it.
Because everyone knows about that. That's been on my channel. So that has obviously stopped. It ended a while ago. But I still get comments on the earlier episodes saying, you should do this. Before they realize that it's no longer a thing. And so those comments, I just ignore. I just like, nope, I don't even need to acknowledge you. At for the first few, they were just saying, like, you should do this. And I'm like, sorry, the series has ended, bro. But now if there's ever a comment on one of those videos, I just ignore it. I didn't even go to the video.
I see that on Let's Plays all the time. People like telling them what to do, and I'm like, man, they were finished with Super Mario Galaxy 3 years ago. You're a little late to tell them what they need to do next.
Yeah. It's funny, especially because a lot of them are like, it was an early version of the mod, and so they suggest things that I should do with later versions of the mod that didn't exist in the version I was playing in.
Exactly.
It's quite funny. Yeah, so comments just in general, I guess. But back to first comments. Do you remember the first time you got a first comment, quote unquote, first?
No, I could probably actually. I think I can check, though. I don't remember. It was after I'd been getting comments for a while, though, and I remember it didn't really necessarily stick out in my mind.
Oh, I took a screenshot of my first comment, and it's right here. I just found it on my computer. So this is from Lucky Diamonds, and he says, quote, first.
Beautiful.
And that was the first comment.
Print it out.
I might print it out and frame it. I kind of want to, like, eventually. This is like the first time that it was like a milestone of mine to get my first comment, because once you get your first comment, you kind of feel like you've done something right, and then you feel rewarded, and it's like, oh, I'm such a big deal that people actually first me.
Yeah, because they think that video will have enough exposure where somebody will see that,
or something along the lines of that.
Or you've reached the point where you have enough fans that you now have bad fans, which is a good sign.
Yeah, I
guess. I found it.
You found your first
2 years
comment?
ago.
Nice. I don't know.
Now the YouTube's comment searching feature on the channel doesn't go all the way back to the beginning of the channel, but I'm still pretty sure
there's a comment search thing. Where?
You go to your creator studio.
Yep, I'm here. I'm under community.
Play along at home too. Community. Then go to comments.
Search comments.
Yeah, I've used this almost every episode that we've talked about YouTube. Okay, Luminardi confirmed with a Spoderman Luminardi profile picture. If you know what I'm talking about, I don't know what the style's called. And they commented first view on Ender Puzzle Map on Minecraft Map Mondays. And for whatever reason,
that was after I even found your thing.
Oh yeah, this is 2 years ago. And YouTube hasn't marked as a highlighted comment. What?
I don't even know what highlighted comments mean. I see them all over the place, but I have no clue.
This is the first time I've ever seen it. And then they replied to themselves saying, "No one," smiley face. And then somebody else commented on that saying, "Who cares?"
Aw.
So
I care. I care deeply about your comments that you're getting on your videos.
I'm going to go check on Luminardi confirm. I'm going to see how he's doing. Make sure, yeah, everything's perfect. He just watched the Mine song in G major. He's got his life in order.
Nice. I'm proud of you, Luminardi confirmed. Well, I just found it on the actual thing. It was on Minecraft Doctor Who Modern Survival, episode 46. My favorite episode ever. It's called my favorite episode ever. My gosh, it must have been great. It must have been amazing. I'm going to heart it now. How does that make you feel, Lucky Diamonds? Oh, and then Redux Redstone, which is someone you know, said, lied, or Lucky Diamonds lied, I'm first. I might, yeah, so I need to keep that someplace. I need to take note. I'm going to, can I add that to a playlist? Nah, it's not worth it. Okay, so First comments. One last question is: have you ever left a first comment?
I want to say that I have, just because I want to say that I've been that kind of person at one point, but like being honest, like in the time that I had a mindset where I would say first, I did not have a YouTube account. I feel like a lot of people are the same way. So no, I don't think I've ever put. No, I jokingly I think put first on probably a Commander Moose video, or maybe one of your videos. I know one of my good friends. I think I've put a first comment just to tick him off.
Yeah, I think you put a first comment on mine, actually.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that really counts, does it?
Not really, but I have commented it before.
Okay, well, fair enough. I'm trying to find the video that I commented on, but I remember who it was by. I did, just to clarify, I have done a first comment.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take a little bit of time to try to find it.
Nomich in his search for the video in which he commented first, which is somewhat embarrassing, but he's still determined to find it.
Oh, heck yeah, I am. I think I might have just found it, actually. I liked this video. Come on, I can find it. I promise. I believe in you, Noah. Do this. Do this for me. And so I have obviously seen this. Yes! Yes!
You found it?
I found it. I found it. Ah! It took 2 tries. I knew what the subject matter was, and I know who it was by. It was by it was a video by Thanks Sia, if you've ever heard of him.
Oh, of course I have.
He is a Minecraft YouTuber. He has a 1.18 million subscribers. He's doing pretty well, actually. This was when he had like 200,000, so he was smaller but still pretty big.
Oh yeah.
This was uploaded April 15th, 2015. I left first, and I didn't use the word first. I did 1ST exclamation point. So I remember this very vividly because this was on Lucky Block versus the Wither boss. And I remember this because I saw it. It was uploaded 5 seconds ago. I clicked on it, and I commented first. And then, after I commented, I went back, just so I had the first comment. I went back, and I edited it so I could add some more. And I said, first, I'm sorry, I hate it when people do this, but it feels so awesome.
Good for you.
Basically,
that's a touching story.
Yeah, quite touching. This was 2 years ago.
Of a hypocrite and his achievements.
I'm a hypocrite? No, this was back when my name was Nomich Plays More Than Just Minecraft.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep.
That made me really mad, actually. To this day, I really don't like usernames that have
slogans in their title.
Like, or any time where they use a dash or like that, what do you call it, a long slash? I forget what it's called, but you know, the long
it's a dash.
Vertical line.
Oh, I don't know what that's called. I have no clue. But I agree, I hate that stuff. Like, they tell you what their content is. But I thought that was the best way to get some stuff. You know how it be. No,
it makes sense, but just like as a personal preference, I am kind of obsessed with completely like original names that are all one word.
Yeah, same. I like that too. Now, I didn't really care all that much when I started my channel, but now I'm back to Nomich. I like it much better this way. I've changed my entire outlook, which obviously I talked about in the second episode in follow-up. But I actually got some comments, and it says, "Oh, come on. I thought I could do that." And then someone said, "Yeah, you just have to do it once." So now that I've done my first comment, I've written my first comment, and I've received my first comment, I'm good. I am content. And I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it in the show notes. For anybody who wants to go see that video, it's fine. Go for it.
That video is just gonna boom now because
because
the great and powerful Nomich from the Nomich and Supertendoboy podcast said he commented first on it. Now everyone's gonna go find that.
Well,
comment.
now it's not. Now it's a historical landmark. Landmark.
Landmine. A historical landmine. Why would it be historical? I'd hope it had already gone off. This is my historical bullet. It is the one that shot Abraham Lincoln. Don't ask how I have it or how it is still intact. But it's historical.
I'm sorry. Why am I laughing so much?
That's also a really good name for the episode. So
historical landmine. Yeah. Oh man. Oh. I'm literally tearing. Oh.
Wow.
I don't know why I found that so funny. I'm so sorry for all of the people out there. Oh man.
No, it's good.
Oh, holy Toledo. Okay. So, first comments. We've talked about if we've left first comments. We've talked about first comments that we've got. Just first comments in general. Comments in general, really. And now we're moving on to our next subject.
Wait.
What? Sorry.
No, one more tangent. Got one more tangent.
On first comments?
Yeah, because you were talking about name changes. I wanted to throw in that...
You were talking about name changes, kind of.
No, have I ever told you that I've actually really wanted to change from Supertendoboy to just Tendoboy?
No.
Okay, I really want to.
Do it.
I'm hesitant to.
Do it.
Because
I say
all of
do
my
it.
branding and all of my emails still has Supertendoboy.
Well, guess what? A lot of my things still say Nomich Plays, and that's really infuriating. But I say do it. It's good to do it now, so you can just. I like
That's
the name
true.
Super Tendoboy, but Tendoboy is good. I like that. And the thing is, everyone calls you Tendo. All of my branding that I have for this podcast is Super Tendoboy. In every episode, I say Nomich and Tendo discuss so and so. So
This is true.
I just say
Well, the biggest problem is pronouncing it to people and like in real life telling them how to spell it. Like it's just an extra like bit that is not necessary and also infers more that it's Nintendo, which I don't like.
yeah.
Even though that was the original like intention, I'm trying to disassociate it from that.
Yeah.
Not because I'm worried about copyright, but just for originality's sake, you know?
Yep. That's why I also got rid of the plays with my name, because I'm no longer playing anything. I don't play around on my channel. It's all serious stuff and whatever. It's not. That don't think that for a second. It's not serious. Not all of it, at least.
Welcome to the audio drama of Nomich and Supertendoboy. After our last episode on the death penalty, we're now talking about abortion. Next week we got a really good one about mass genocide.
Yes.
So.
Well, actually, on a serious tangent, last week we did talk about how to get away with first-degree murder. So, hey.
That's true. That's how we started the episode.
Yeah, that's how you started the episode, and it was very surprising, and I was not expecting to talk about that, but I was like, oh, I'll go with it. I don't. Okay.
Don't be surprised if I do that again.
Oh, absolutely not. I know how you. I wasn't surprised that you did it. I'm surprised that it happened.
It happened at all, right?
Yeah, that it happened at all. Yeah. So, I think you should change your name. Maybe. Okay. So let's say this. This is gonna come out 2 weeks after we have recorded it. In audio form. If his name isn't changed, he's never gonna change it. Because he will have it changed by the time this next episode is out.
Or maybe I'll change it the second the episode's out.
No.
Yeah.
I'm.
That way it's like a surprise. They're like Supertendoboy Nomich and Supertendoboy podcast. They listen to it and then they check and they're like, oh wait, it's the Tendoboy. And
Oh shoot!
Nomich.
I didn't even think about that. No, we're gonna have to change our name.
Exactly. So that'd be N and S. It's gonna be N and T.
N and T. Let's see if that's already an existing thing. N and S. Then we have N and T. Let's see which one's better. Well, there's the Norfolk Southern, the NS Corporation, N and S Supply and Bath Classics showrooms, and then we also have N and T Hair Salon.
Oh, also, did I tell you I don't want to capitalize the T?
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
I want my name to always be lowercase.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you wanted to do that.
Supertendoboy was like a proper version of it. All my other accounts are Tendoboy, but YouTube is like my proper high and mighty, like, you know. And I want to get rid of that. I just want it to be like a username, like even for like just a game that I'd play. So,
yeah,
I mean, people still
I'd say keep it
capitalize it in
lowercase.
titles and whatever.
Yeah,
and
when I
probably
refer to
in the
you as
podcast.
Tendo, I capitalize it and all the things.
Right, because it's a name.
Yeah, but however, like in chats and stuff, then it's not capitalized. When I say Tendo Boy or Tendo, I don't capitalize it because I don't know, it just looks right. Just like when I write my Minecraft username, Nomich11, I don't capitalize it because it doesn't look right capitalized when it has that 11 on the end. But I don't know. If you're going to change it, I would suggest having it lowercase all the way. But
now that is if I have time in between now and this podcast gets out.
Yeah.
Because I'm being serious. I have like zilch time.
yeah, that's fine. It's fine. You don't actually have to change it, but
It's just the branding that I'm worried
It's
about
just-
because I'll have to rework that up.
yeah, it took a bit to do that for my channel, but I positive I still don't have everything changed over. There's like shops and stuff that I have. I think my Twitch thing just doesn't even exist anymore, really. But yeah, I don't know. There's things that I've just gotten rid of basically entirely, or like forgotten about that I haven't changed to Nomich. So I don't know, but
Nice.
it does take a while to change names. But I'd say go for it, honestly.
All right.
Skype versus Discord. What are your opinions on Discord? First off,
Well, if I could direct your attention to the tweet that I made regarding Discord's website.
when did you make a tweet about Discord? Was this a while
it was
ago?
a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very long time ago. But if you ever go on the Discord website, perhaps I think we've actually talked about this before, maybe on the podcast.
I don't think so.
Is like literally they just like the front of their website says it's time to ditch Skype and TeamSpeak.
Oh my gosh,
Straight
it
up.
does?
No hesitation, no chill. Yeah, and I tweeted that out, and I'm like, this can't be. We can't stand for this.
That is so
We have to-
pretentious. My gosh.
The problem is that is what it's doing. Like that is what its marketing is trying to do, and it's succeeding very well. But its website is very blunt about it. And I actually went over to the Skype website, and I edited it up to say it's time to ditch Discord, and I added some funny little things in there because I was bored and I felt like making something in GIMP.
Fair enough.
So check out my Twitter because I don't tweet. But
Should we
that was
link
a
to
funny
that
one.
that tweet directly? Yeah.
Sure.
Link in the description / show notes. Whatever you're listening on. It'll be there. Wow. Discord. Do they still say that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. That's
It's exactly the same as when I
Yeah,
posted
it's-
a tweet about it in
yeah.
November.
It says it's time to ditch Skype and TeamSpeak. Oh, and it says all-in-one voice and text chat for gamers. That's free, secure, and works on both your desktop and phone. Stop paying for TeamSpeak service and hassling with Skype. Simplify your life. Simplify
Okay.
your life.
Have you seen my my tweet though, where I change it so the Skype website says it's time to ditch Discord, time to die, start to ditch, and invite anyone to die.
Oh my! No, I haven't seen that, but I'm going to go to it right now and see where it is.
I shouldn't shout myself out like that, but it's so funny to me. I don't know why.
How long ago was it?
It's November, but I've
November
only posted.
2016.
Yeah, I've only posted, I think, probably 3 tweets.
Oh, I see
since
it.
Then.
Oh, I have seen this. I remember this.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually click on it because my internet was being stupid that day too. I'm currently trying to load it, but my internet's being stupid, as I literally just said. So I'll be right back.
Oh, okay, fun. So, how's your day? Good, good. No, I'm glad to hear it. Really? Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Really? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, I thought it was the 7th one. I really did. But I guess, yeah, it works like that too. The moon too? Wow. That is a lot.
I'm back.
I think he's coming back
Hey
now.
everyone.
I was having a really good conversation with the audience.
No, you weren't. Conversations have to go 2 ways.
They were telling me, yeah, they were telling me about their day.
Oh, they were. What were they saying?
Yeah. They were talking about how they bought 6 loaves of bread and how the moon is going to crash into the earth in approximately 47 days.
Well, the thing is, that's true. So,
yeah, I didn't know that though. It was really interesting.
by the time this
so-
comes out, it'll be 33 days. But hey, only if you're listening to it on the Sunday. Yeah, I see this video. I see the tweet now. I love it. I hearted it actually, like a while ago.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I remember it now. Now that I see it.
I'm flattered. Thank you very much.
Yep. So I'm gonna copy this tweet, and there we go. Follow the links in the description. You're welcome. Show notes. I don't care what to call it anymore. Now back to Discord and Skype. Now that you've talked about that hilarious thing that you did.
Right.
How do you feel about Discord mainly? Because I don't know.
Okay, here's the thing. I would have more opinions about it, except all of the people I talk to are still on Skype. Like, the masses have moved over to Discord, and I hear bits and pieces here and there. But currently, all the people that I talk to have not made the switch. And if they have, they're like me, and they just don't use it as much. I have them both open, but I haven't seen the perks of Discord because I've never called someone on it. I have never, like, joined a group that I've really talked too much. I mean, I'm in groups. But, like, from what I've heard of it, it has all of the things that Skype has, minus the ads and the clutter, plus the features that Skype has always needed, such as, like, just deafening instead of just muting.
I think that needs to be. Well, actually, the main reason that it has deafening is because Discord is really for big groups of people and like servers to, to be there so you can join a server.
Right. It's also trying to not imitate, but also trying to do a bit of what TeamSpeak does too.
Yeah. That's why it says ditch TeamSpeak and ditch Skype, because it's basically a mixture of the two, really.
Yeah.
But I think that Discord, I like the servers thing. It's much better than Skype's like group chats work, because you can have menus and stuff, and servers are free, which is awesome. We actually have a server for our podcast, our Patreon server, which obviously doesn't have anyone on it because we don't have any patrons, but that's irrelevant. But I think for a community thing and having different servers that people can join the conversation, that's cool. That's what I like about it, because Skype doesn't do that very well. But as far as like personal, like one-on-one like messaging works, I think Discord is horrible. I've used it a little bit. The menus are kind of confusing. I bet if you get used to it, it's fine. But it's annoying, and there's so many menus that you have to get to in order to go to the private messaging thing, and then the way that it alerts you is horrible. I don't know. I think Skype is better at calling and one-on-one things, or like like three people in one call, that's great. That's fine. Skype is perfect for that. Perfect. Discord is bad at that, but they're good at doing things with 8 people plus. 8 plus people, I'd say go for Discord. If you just need voice chatting. But the thing is, Discord also doesn't have video chat, which it doesn't really matter because I hardly ever use that. But I don't know. I honestly don't think that Discord's that great, all in all.
I see. Okay.
I don't know. I don't really like Discord.
Cool.
But I have it because everyone told me to get it.
I think I need to get used to it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like Snapchat, which we could go on a tangent about.
Oh, let's not.
Okay. I'm just going to say very briefly, I hate Snapchat, and we can move on. Actually, you should tell me if you hate Snapchat or not. How do you feel about Snapchat? Real quick.
Okay. I used to despise it. I'm okay with it now.
Dang it, you've joined the dark side.
No. But not in the way you think. I'm not. Never mind. We don't have the time to discuss.
You're right. We don't.
How my entire philosophy on society has changed, and I'm now okay with most things that I used to hate.
Motivation.
Motivation
and giving up and like quitting and stuff, which is something that I think. Well, I know both of us have had our fair share of being unmotivated and giving up on projects and ideas and stuff. So is there a way that you stay motivated, or is there like a specific thing that you can think of?
Well, the problem is now I've discovered that the best way for me to stay motivated is to never stand still. The best way currently, my old way of motivation was just basically like get enough sleep, exercise, like, because my biggest demotivator was not feeling well because I didn't take care of myself. But now it's like everything gets so boring for me so fast, but I have all this energy, so my best motivation is jumping between things. Hence the channel change, and then me not posting any videos is because there's like I get like right now like a lot of the things that I used to do routinely are really mundane and depressing. So in order for me to do anything, I have to constantly be doing new and different things, which is a problem when you have a YouTube channel.
And you never finish the old things, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're always, you have to stay busy, but you can't, it's really bad to have 10 projects going at once. It's not healthy. I know you might feel like it's a good thing in the time, but it's not. I'm not saying like you're a horrible person or anything, Tendo, so
no, you got it.
Don't worry about that. You're fine. Probably. But the thing is, if you just take time and focus on one project and just work at it at a leisurely pace, and if you're not enjoying it, I don't know, there's really nothing you could do about that. Just like stop, take a break, do something that you like a project or like a hobby or something, and that's a good way to stay motivated to finish something. But there's some times where you just can't finish a project or something, or an idea that you have that you just can't do. So a question that I have for you is, are there any that come to mind, any projects or ideas that weren't ever fulfilled, or anything that could like ideas that you had and you certain you were going to do but you just didn't, or projects you started and just stopped?
There's a big one standing out in my mind, and I try to not think about it ever.
Wow.
But yeah, my adventure map.
Your adventure map. Oh my gosh, yes. The infamous adventure map.
No, but like
do you think what?
Never mind. Say what you were gonna say.
Okay, so
I still need to click.
I know the adventure map. That's a big thing for you and the people who you like, your fans. And now that you're completely done with the Minecraft on your channel, do you think you're ever gonna finish that adventure map or no?
Yes, I want to believe that at some point in the next 3 or 4 years, there's going to be a point where I'm going to sit down and I'm going to be like, I have a ton of time to kill. Let me just binge work on this adventure map until it's a playable thing. Will that happen? Probably not, because of the insane, like, impossible amount of work it would take to not only make the map playable, but to then eventually end. It's like trying to develop a game in when the industry is advancing so fast. Except that the industry is the Minecraft updates. So if you want people to be able to play your map, most people won't, because you're going to have to stick to one update in order to keep going.
Yeah.
And I kind of accepted at one point that in order to make a map that the masses will enjoy, you have to either have a giant team, or you need to be able to make it in a 6-month time frame.
Yeah, especially
with
how Minecraft is updating. They're releasing many more, like 4 updates a month. I mean, a year, 3 to 4 a year, and they're all small updates because that's what the fans and the players wanted.
Right.
But
and see, updates are great.
They are great, but they're not great for people who have big projects that they want to complete, especially when it has to do with command blocks and stuff. Now, if there's like a big city that you want to make or something, that's fine. You can do that. You can start in beta 1.2 and finish it in 1.11 main release. I don't know. But
just about, yeah.
Because they just add blocks, that's not going to affect the way that you build much. It's going to add more to your palette, but it won't completely screw everything up like your adventure map got completely ruined with the command block changes and stuff and bugs that you were using. But yeah, I definitely think that your adventure map is something that would be awesome if it did get finished, but I honestly don't think that it will ever really come to fruition.
No, I've kind of learned to be okay with giving up now, because I used to put so much pressure on myself to finish everything, and like that's how I measured my worth. But now I'm realizing that I can get actually more done by giving things up, because I learn things, and then I'm okay with learning things, and I'm okay with failing, instead of just continuing to like beat my head against something that is broken and hopeless, when I could be working on something bigger and greater and newer and fresher, which is not a popular opinion, mostly because I used to have that opposite opinion.
Well, honestly, I agree with your current opinion. I do think that there's times where it's just good to accept that things won't get done. And that's probably just because that's how I feel. Because there's projects that I've like just given up on entirely. But I think it's good to know your limits and know when something isn't going to get done and you can't. And so you don't waste hours of your life on this thing, hours more on something that won't ever be achieved. And with some things like your adventure map, that will just take time, and your skills, I don't know, they won't necessarily get better. But when it comes to something like a film, if there's a film that you want to make and you put hours and hours, and it's a great film, but you don't quite finish it, and you can't because it's like too stressful, I'd say just stop, come back to it later, because your skills will be better. Work on other things to expand your skills. And with your animation stuff, I'm not sure because you haven't told me anything, but I'm gonna guess that you have been working on little tiny animation side projects to learn how to use the programs better. I'm just assuming that's what's happening. I'm not positive.
Yeah.
But so grow your skill before trying to go back at something that was hopeless. But I do think that knowing your limits and knowing what you can and can't do is a very important thing to know, because some people just think that they can do anything and everything.
That's what I thought.
And that's not
the realization is not just that, like, you don't have the amount of time.
Yeah.
And it's not saying like you can't do it. That's not the mindset you should have, but like the biggest problem I had was the mindset that I could do everything by myself, which I've come to realize that I need other people. If I want to be this ambitious, I can't take it by myself, because even if I can get it done in the allotted amount of time, it's going to be really hard on me, and it's going to be really taxing, and there's going to be a bunch of stuff that I'm going to have to learn just to get that done, when in reality I could have tons of other people that have the same ambition, they want the same goal, and the weight could be shared, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I think when we talked about hate comments, I replied to that one person. I said, I know this is a bad video, or something along the lines of this. I'm paraphrasing. I know this is a bad video, and what I couldn't achieve, I can't achieve, but I'm much better now. And so the thing is, I definitely, I totally agree with you, what you say. A lot of people are way too ambitious and think that they can do everything themselves, and some cases that is the case. And I'm not saying, like, to you listener, I'm not saying you're useless, give up everything. Right. I'm not saying that. There's something that you're going to be good at, and there's things that you're going to be bad at. And it's really a skill to find out what you can do in that thing with the resources you have, and what you can't achieve. Like with time and money, there's things that you need those time and money. But a lot of times, if you have more time, you can have, it's less money.
Yeah.
I went to a local Comic-Con thing. It was actually horrible. But there was someone who professionally made like cosplay and things like that, and props for people. And he said something that's always really stuck with me, because I've applied it to more than just cosplaying. And he says, so there's 3 things. You can have it quick, you can have it cheap, or you can have it good. Pick 2, because you won't have the third one. Because if you want it good and you want it fast, it won't be cheap. If you want it good and you want it cheap, it won't be fast. It will take a long time. If you want it cheap and fast, it won't be good. And you can have any other assortment. But that is such a great thing to remember through life.
An amazing thing, yeah. Quick and cheap, you don't have good. Cheap and good, you don't have quick. And quick and good, you don't have cheap.
Yeah. So
dang, wow, yeah.
And the craziest thing was, this guy was really personable. I really liked him. He was cool. But you know how like people at booths that talk to you about their product and stuff, they're just kind of annoying sometimes. They're like all up in your face. But this guy was really professional, and he said, "Okay, I want to show you this stuff about like this prop stuff, and you can be on your way in like a minute." And so he said this. He told us about the props, and he gave us these things, and then he was like, "Okay, I'll let you guys get on with the thing." So he was just a really cool person, and the props that he made were amazing. He made like a Jango Fett cosplay, and oh my gosh, it was so good. Oh,
that sounds awesome.
Amazing. But what he said was really great, and I never really thought about it like afterward, but the more I apply it to so many things in my life, like creating videos and stuff, and I think it's very important to learn from mistakes. And as I said many times in this episode, learn your limits. And if there's limits that you think you can get better at prevailing, set that aside and come back to it. On that note, I'm going to mention one project that I think, that I mentioned in the first episode of our podcast under the plans for the future. This was from 2015, December. And I said, I'm going to make this video. Quote, that's exactly what I said. And then I explained my commands in real life video. Do you remember this idea that I had?
Yes.
So my plan was to make it, like film it and edit it on spring break of 2016. And I had people that were going to help me and stuff, and then it just never happened. And the more I put it off, the more I don't really want to do it, especially because my channel isn't like video game based anymore. So having something like the Minecraft in real life, like the commands in real life,
yeah,
it's not something that would fit in my channel anymore. So that's just something that I've come to terms with, and that's probably just not something I'll just won't do. So that's one project that I really love the idea of, and I felt for it, but it just won't happen. So I think giving up is a good thing and a bad thing, and it's all about the context in which you're doing it.
Yeah.
Wow, this episode was much more philosophical than I was expecting it to be.
Well, it usually gets down to that at the end.
Yeah, it does. At the end of last episode.
2 other episodes.
Yeah, last episode we talked about some serious stuff, and I don't know. It's funny because that's actually it seems to happen, and then my tone of voice completely changes. I don't know if you've noticed that, but when I get into something that I'm really serious about, it calms down. And I think this is something that's very serious. And so if you're listening, listener, or you are listening, of course, I hope that you will get something from that. Remember that. You can either have it good, you can have it quick, and you can have it cheap. Pick one, but you won't have the others. No, pick 2, and you won't have the other one. Gosh dang it, I screwed that up. Oh, man, it was such a great ending, too. Oh, wait, almost ending, actually.
Oh, no.
You know what's coming.
It was such a good episode.
Such a good episode. So, here's it. So, hey. Hey, Tendo.
Yeah.
Why did Beethoven get rid of his chickens?
Why did he get rid of his chickens?
Because they kept saying, Bach, Bach, Bach.
Ooh. I hope you all had a pleasant day.
Goodbye, everyone.
Did I what?
Go Meeson hunting. Meeson hunting. Yeah.
No, it's actually getting too cold for the Meeson.
Wait,
yeah.
but it's in Greenland.